Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to discuss about how we can set up CSS classes dynamically and how we can use them on React.js components. So guys, this video is going to be very interesting because in the last video we discussed about the inline CSS, but now we are going to create a separate file of CSS classes and also how we can use those CSS classes on our React component. So let's get started. In the previous video, you all know that I write this inline CSS style and pass the CSS. If user do not pass the value in input fields, I'm going to show this error like this, right? But now I also told you that it's good if you write the separate CSS classes. So it's easy to maintain and also it is very preferable way to doing those things. So now I'm going to explain you if we are writing the CSS in the same folder, I write goal input.css class, right? So in this, I write down this dot form control. I use this dot form control class here. So how you can import this? We just simply need to import the same folder class name and .css with the extension. So now what I'm going to do if I'm going to click on add, I'm going to show all this error changes on the label and on the text input field with the separate CSS class. So how I'm going to achieve that? I'm going to say in this form control, I need to add some validation on label and input. So now I'm going to say class name form control, and then I'm going to say invalid, which is the name of the class input, right? So all I need to say here, border color, change it to red if you're not passing the correct data, and background color, you can say background color, something very light. That's fine. And now I'm going to say dot form dot invalid label, and the color of the label turns to red, the one which we did in the previous video, right guys? So what I'm going to do say now, here we need to add some logic, and I'm going to say here plus curly braces, and then I can write here parenthesis, and in the previous video we have said this is valid field, so I can do the same work. And then I need to say not is valid. If it is false, then I need to pass this class here. But it is showing some error here. What was the error? Yeah, I need to write this in curly braces so it can be, and so that it can understand. So now I need to write here like this. So let's go and run it. Seems like there is some issue. Form control, then we are passing. Okay, we need to concate this because now we can see this is the class name and then I pass a space, right? And that space means if this field is false, in that case, I'm going to concate one more class, the way we write in the CSS class names like class 1, then space class 2, right? So this is the same way of writing this. There are some other ways also I'm going to show those as well as. So if I click here, you can see here the changes, right? One more way of doing this is you can do in a way that if I write here, it's not very difficult. It's just another way of doing all these things. So all I need to do is this is actually button value. This we can say these are actually template literals for strings. So I passed here it's with the one number at the top of your keyboards, and you can pass the form control. Then all you need to do space dollar sign. This construct the string and will be treated as a regular string. So don't worry, guys. It's not a very new thing if you're working, if you're already familiar with JavaScript. So now this is actually, uh, in this we can pass the JavaScript expressions. So I'm going to say not is valid. In that case, invalid otherwise can write like this, right? So this is another way of writing the class names. So it's up to you which way you prefer it most. So you can see this. So guys, this is how we are going to write the dynamic CSS classes. We can write the separate CSS class, and then we can, so you can see for dot form control is actually the complete div, and div I said on the input, if we found this class, we can do whatever we need to pass in the CSS. So I'm importing this CSS like this because they are in the same folder with this extension, because for CSS you need to pass the extension, but for the JavaScript you do not need to pass the .js. So now I have attached this CSS classes, and you can see the result on the output. So I hope you understand all this, and it's so thank you very much, guys. In the next video, I'm going to explain some more styling things on the React.js, and hope you are watching all those videos and you are understanding all the topics of the React.js. So thank you very much, guys. Have a good day. Don't forget to subscribe and like and hit the bell icon. Have a nice day.